News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Yet another attempted strangulation case in Missoula. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Here it is Wednesday, May the 4th, 2016. It's going to be another spectacular day, although we do have a slight chance of an afternoon shower in the forecast. Right now, though, the sky is clear, 47 degrees in Missoula. This newscast this morning, sponsored by Dig It Excavating. They bring 30 years of excavation excellence to every job. For all your excavation needs, call Glenn, 214-4292. Missoula police took a man into custody early yesterday morning after a woman called and claimed that he tried to strangle her in an alley. Police Public Information Officer Travis Welsh has more.
Just before 5 a.m. this morning, officers were called to the 300 block of North Higgins, where an adult female had reported that an adult male had attempted to strangle her with a belt in the alley. The female was not severely injured, and the male was eventually taken into custody and transported to jail.
Perhaps the most unusual aspect of the arrest was the motive behind the attack.
Apparently this man, as well as the female, are homeless. The male was sleeping or trying to sleep in an alley, and the female had come over and was talking to another male who was nearby, and apparently it woke Arthur Hawks, and he was upset by that and took it out on the female.
57-year-old Arthur Hawks. The victim was 59 years old. Hawks was charged in Missoula Justice Court yesterday with assault with a weapon and placed in jail on $50,000 bond. Montana Rail Link has recently furloughed 36 employees. That number is expected to grow with the downturn of the coal industry. The Missoulian reports the affected workers, mostly locomotive engineers, based in Missoula, Helena, Laurel, and Livingston. Rail Link President Tom Walsh said the company has been forced to furlough workers due to the region's significant decline in coal production. Spokesman Jim Lewis says the railroad's coal shipments have dropped 35% from the same time last year. The average number of trains operating in Missoula each day has dropped to about 14, down from 18 in the beginning of last year. Lewis said the railroad's looking to bring back furloughed employees this fall, depending upon a strong soybean and corn harvest. Missoula District 1 school board election results were released last night. Spoke with elections supervisor Rebecca Connors with the results just after 8 o'clock last night.
We have Michael Beers with 2,650 votes, Diane Lorenzen at 2,269, Vicki McDonald at 1,771, John Fletcher 1,473, and Shane Small at 1,176. And that race is for Vote for Three.
Connors estimates the voter turnout of the mail-in ballot election, less than 15%. Authorities have identified a man whose body was found in an irrigation ditch near Shepherd back in March. The Billings Gazette reports dental records helped identify the man as 23-year-old John Eric Zander of Salt Lake City. Zander had last been seen in Billings and was reported missing August 20th. Employees of Billings Bench Water Association had discovered the body in the irrigation canal March 15th. Yellowstone County Sheriff Mike Linder said in a news release, it's still unclear how Zander ended up in the ditch. Authorities didn't find any obvious signs of trauma on his body that would indicate foul play. Investigation is ongoing. National Forests in Missoula area have planned prescribed burns in the next few days, so western Montana residents could see small plumes of smoke. Lolo National Forest spokesman Boyd Hartwig said the Missoula District has plans for controlled burns later today, weather permitting.
And in the Missoula District right now, they're either Butler Creek or Blue Mountain, but they don't have the air quality go-ahead yet, and so we don't know if they're going to burn, but if air quality looks like it's going to be okay, then they'll burn either in the Butler Creek drainage or Blue Mountain.
Hartwig also answered a question put forth by one of our talkback listeners about why cedar wood cannot be cut for firewood.
Cedar and Pacific yew are considered commercial products because they're used for boat building, they're used for siding, they're really valuable because they're resistant to moisture and decay.
Area residents who plan to burn on their private property must have valid open burning permits through a rural fire station. And speaking of fire, Montana may experience some fire season relief this summer. Fire weather meteorologist Brian Henry with the Northern Rockies Coordination Center says nearly all the evidence points to an average year.
Fire season 2016, based on the current available data, is suggesting that we're going to have a normal fire season this year as opposed to the above average season that we had last year. We look at about 17 or so different variables when we make our outlooks. We have only 2 that point towards an above normal type season, but we also have 2 that point towards a below normal. All the rest of them fall right into that normal category.
Normal has changed quite a bit, though, since the new century began. Henry explains what analysts are expecting normal to be now.
A normal fire season in the northern Rockies region is a year in which there are about 3,000 fire starts that burn, on average, about 200 to 220,000 acres. We went back and tried to find some similar years in the historical record that matched up to this. And the 2 closest that came out in the data was 1998 and 2010. Both of those years were not severe fire years across our region.
Forecasters also expect consistent moisture throughout the summer and a lot of snow next winter because of an incoming La Nina forecast. Henry says the fire season may take a turn for the worse, though, if low moisture storm systems pour into Montana and cause lightning fires during the dry part of summer. A trial is underway in a lawsuit over whether the city of Columbia Falls is responsible for a man's death in a skateboarding accident on a subdivision trail system. The Daily Interlake reports Sarah Kent sued the city back in 2011, seeking damages for its role in the design and construction of a trail system, which includes a 24-degree slope on which Casey Kent suffered a fatal head injury in 2008. Kent argues the city had been notified about potential hazards with the trail system during construction. Marcel Quinn, attorney for the city, said the city did not design or construct the trail, that Casey Kent accepted the risk when he chose to ride a skateboard down the path, that the accident occurred on private property. A man who worked for Plum Creek Timber while also receiving unemployment benefits has been given a 6-year deferred sentence and was ordered to pay more than $38,000 in restitution. The Daily Interlake reports that Thomas Croft, who now lives in Pennsylvania, made claims from August 2008 to August 2010 that he was entitled to over $31,000 in benefits. State investigators found he had been paid over $66,000 while working for Plum Creek during that time. Croft entered an Alford plea to felony theft. Now, under that plea, he maintains his innocence, but did acknowledge prosecutors have enough evidence to gain a conviction. District Judge David Ortley said Croft could not drink or gamble while on probation. Defense attorney Lane Bennett questioned that condition, but Ortley said those are luxuries that Croft can't afford since he has all that money to pay back. Our News Talk time now, 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Ample sunshine today with our high temperature right around 80 degrees. We'll bring in a chance of showers and thunderstorms for your Thursday and Friday. Showers should diminish, though, for the weekend, with temperatures topping out in the 70s Saturday and Sunday. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster, KECI 13.